You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
I'm back. Rodrance for Black and White Sports. Okay, we're going to talk about Jon Gruden. We know right now Jon Gruden is suing the ever-loving pants off the NFL. Why? Because essentially, in my opinion, I think in Jon Gruden's opinion, a lot of people's opinion, it seems like the NFL had a targeted situation against Jon Gruden. There were a couple of sets of emails that were leaked out. There was a first set, and then like a week later, a second set. And basically what happened was, with the first set of emails, when Mark Davis didn't fire Jon Gruden then, the second set was leaked through a different media outlet then, and then there was so much pressure that Mark Davis essentially had to let Jon Gruden go. Although he didn't want to, and to this day, Mark Davis is pissed at the NFL for having done it. Well, of course, everybody called Jon Gruden a racist because he talked about DeMaurice Smith's lips. And he's had a bunch of players come out and defend him. One most notable that I can think of right off the bat is Randall Cunningham, who came out and said there's not a chance in hell Jon Gruden is a racist. I know Darren Waller, who plays for the Raiders, is a big Jon Gruden guy. Jon Gruden gave him a major second chance in the NFL. Jon Gruden is currently suing the shit out of the NFL and Roger Goodell. And he went to court, I believe it was about 3 weeks to a month ago, and a judge ruled in Gruden's favor, and it was a big ruling because essentially it will prevent the NFL from taking this to arbitration, which is where the NFL wanted it to go. Why was going to arbitration so important? Because they wanted to keep all the facts out of the limelight and out of the media and out of the way of people like me and others that have the guts to talk about this, others to actually come out and give you the details that's coming out of this trial. The NFL didn't want to be exposed because the fact is, nobody buys that Jon Gruden was the only one that committed any transgressions out of 650,000 emails, but how come Jon Gruden is the only one that got fired and was the only one that got exposed? There was something targeted about Jon Gruden. We don't know what it is. Well, another legendary Jon Gruden player who happens to be black has come out in defense of Jon Gruden. And he's like, no, you're not going to call my head coach a racist at all. And this is Warren Sapp, NFL Hall of Famer. And this is Outkick. NFL Hall of Famer defensive tackle Warren Sapp has come to the defense of his former head coach, Jon Gruden. Gruden resigned as a Raiders head coach in October 2021 after emails surfaced where he made racist, misogynistic, and anti-gay comments. In one of the emails discovered by the Wall Street Journal, okay. Gruden used where'd those come from out of the league office? Gruden used a racist trope to describe DeMaurice Smith, executive director of the NFL PA. By the way, these emails are from 10 damn years ago. I mean, utterly ridiculous. DeMaurice Smith has lips the size of a Michelin tires, is what the email said. Gruden wrote in a July 2nd, 2011 email to then Commanders general manager Bruce Allen. Well, what the hell did Allen say back? We don't know. And isn't that strange? Sapp, who played under Gruden for 2 years in Tampa, 2002-2003, appeared on a recent episode of Vlad TV and said the expression used towards Smith was not racist. Quote, that's racist, question mark? If he walked in and said, when I walk in my locker room, it looks like a bunch of DeMaurice Smiths in here by the mouth, that would be a racial trope, Sapp said. But to say DeMaurice Smith has big lips? Yeah, DeMaurice Smith got big lips, just like Barack Obama got big ears. We've been calling Big Lip Johnny for the last 40 years. Wow. Quote, I bet this is the first time in DeMaurice Smith's life someone called him big-lipped, and he said it was racist. Sapp was born in Orlando, went to high school in Apopka, Florida, and said that being from the South, he could say there's no way, quote, no way, that Gruden is, quote, a fire-breathing racist. They're not going to call my head coach a racist. I sat in front of him for 2 years. I'm a child of the South. I was raised in Florida. There's no way a fire-breathing racist would be in front of me or on my speed dial, and we haven't had a real discussion about, quote, your tendencies to not see a black man on your level. There's no way Jon Gruden's that. I'll bet my life on it. That's the first time DeMaurice Smith, big-lipped, DeMaurice Smith said somebody called him big-lipped, and it was racist. Smith, one of the most high-profile defenders of Gruden, whose NFL career hangs in the balance, on May 25th, a Las Vegas judge denied the NFL's motion to dismiss Gruden's lawsuit against the league. Gruden is arguing that the NFL leaked emails to the New York Times and the Wall Street Journal with the intention to harm his reputation and force him out of the league. Somebody wanted him out. I'm going to let the process take care of itself, Gruden said after the hearing. Go Raiders. And Jon Gruden will be silver and black till the bitter end. He loves that team and that organization. I mean, he was vocal about how much he supported, even after they got rid of him, for crying out loud. He's still loyal to Mark Davis right now. Al Davis, the entire Raiders organization. And we actually talked about the fact that, people talked about Gruden not winning, but, when all this started last year, fact is they had a winning record. And the other thing in all this that we have talked about before is the fact that the NFL knew about these emails months prior to the season starting, and they didn't bother to pursue it then, in which time it would have given the Raiders an opportunity to have found a different head coach. Why did they wait exactly? I think a lot of us would love to know that story. Why exactly would you wait to bring this out if you already knew? What was going on? How did the emails just conveniently end up with two different media outlets on two different subjects? It seems, and I think Jon Gruden feels this way, this was a calculated hit job on Jon Gruden. Plain and simple. Now, there's been rumblings I've heard that the league might have wanted Jon Gruden out because really and truly, they want Mark Davis out because they don't think he can hang with the big boys when it comes to NFL owners in the same way, and we know what an NFL owner looks like. Jerry Jones, Robert Kraft, Stan Kroenke kind of owner, and then we take a look at Mark Davis, and yeah, one doesn't look like the other. I get it. But I don't see that an owner should be forced out, and the rumblings are they would love to get Mark Davis out of there, and that maybe Jon Gruden was sort of part of that. See how he was going to handle it, see if he was going to be willing to get him out, and Jon Gruden, yeah, I mean, he didn't want to fire Jon Gruden. That was a thing, okay? So, and look, all that Mark Davis stuff is speculation, but it is sort of rumor mill stuff. There's got to be a reason behind why Jon Gruden was targeted in the manner he was. Again, 10-year-old emails. It just kills me, this revisionist history cancel culture bullshit. And I think we're all tired of seeing it. And Jon Gruden's NFL career was ripped from him. He wants to get his name back, I'm sure at the bare minimum, so he could either go back into broadcasting, of which he was very good, or at least go get a college job. I mean, there's rumors out there that he was in play for the LSU job. Yeah, LSU would have taken him, I'm sure. They got Brian Kelly. That's still a good coach. I get it. But a lot of fans down in Louisiana wanted Jon Gruden. It's odd. All these guys that know Gruden, know him, known him for years, that are black. How many do we need to hear from before we start believing Jon Gruden is not a racist? I mean, Warren Sapp, I watched this whole interview. Warren Sapp just come out and said, look, when people get together, they say a lot of crazy shit. He said, including me and my boys. He said, if you hear some of the shit coming out of our mouth, you would probably be offended by that. He's right. Everybody says fucked up shit behind closed doors. That's just part of it. That's part of life. Doesn't mean you're a flaming racist or a homophobe or any of the other phobes or ists you want to throw out there. Tell me what you think, black and white sports fans. Peace. I'm out. Till next time. Black and White Network supporters, make sure you check out the Black and White Network merchandise store. Link in the description. Use promo code USA First, all one word. USA First, all one word. 25% off now.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.